You say I'm ready, boy. Let's take our time and slow it down just a little bit. Slow it down just a little bit.
Me and you, we should be together, been a long time. Oh my, you a work of art cause you so fine. Picture this, I could be behind you with your face down. Lay down, got that shit on lock cause you stay down. Wait now, can't be insecure when you know you winning. Knew that from beginning, other women ain't no competition. True fact, know they shoot they shots but you know they missing. But I'm about my business so you know I'm on another mission. No pretending, we'll never go our separate ways. Far from finished, so go ahead and let them hate. We don't do gimmicks, you know they love running plays. You my dinner, eating everything that's on my plate. We in the suite in DC with the doors locked. Room service on the way, let them doors knock. Champagne on ice, let that cork pop. AC full blast, but these floors hot.
Show you what you're missing, catching your attention. Ain't no competition, you're the one I'm wishing. You're the one I'm wishing for, girl. Show you what you're missing, catching your attention. Ain't no competition, you're the one I'm wishing. You're the one I'm wishing for, girl.
Ain't no competition when you on top. You know the lights shine brighter when the show stop. But the show never stopping when you with me. You know it's love when that hate turn to envy. But let me lay you on your back and you just lay there flat and let me remind you where you at. Now just bend over and go on and throw it back. But don't run from it, but my dog will chase the cat. But I like it better when you on top. I swear you got my heart beating non-stop. Damn, you soaking wet, let me be the mop. Every time we together, I don't see the clock. But for now we finished, I gotta go and get it, cause you know I'm about my business. I leave them other girls wishing, cause you got my attention and there ain't no competition.
Show you what you're missing, catching your attention. Ain't no competition, you're the one I'm wishing. You're the one I'm wishing for, girl. Show you what you're missing, catching your attention. Ain't no competition, you're the one I'm wishing. You're the one I'm wishing for, girl. Show you what you're missing. Ain't no competition. You're the one I'm wishing for, girl.
Hey, know I'm tone bite, know I'm tone bite, know I'm tone bite. We back, Ratchet Gang. We back with another one. We back with another banger. Let's get the likes up. Look, you might have forgot. Hell, they might have forgot. But you already know it's the king. Too loyal, know I'm tone bite. RatchetTV. Hey, y'all already know, man. Y'all already know. Get the likes up if you in the building. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Tap that notification bell so you can get the drop whenever I drop. Alright, so boom. Man. We got to talk Ratchet Gang. We got to chop it up. Tonight, we got to talk about a few different topics. We got to get to this Naziah Harris case / update. We got to get to the Zachary Hughes case. We got to get to these Detroit moms. We got the Pontiac mom and the one who abandoned her kids tonight. We got a quick little update on that and what's been going on in that situation. We got to chop it up about what the hell is going on in this Naziah Harris case as well. I know everybody just been sitting back waiting on. We want to know what the hell is going on. And I got some news from a reliable source in the Naziah Harris case that told me there was a little birdie might have came and told me some shit about that case. I don't know. Allegedly, and everything I say is alleged, and it's all under the Fair Use Act. And you can see the fair use disclaimer in the description of this video and in the description of all my videos. This is just for entertainment and educational purposes only. This is just to educate my people on what we've been covering over here. Like I said, it's all under the Fair Use Act, and you can see the fair use disclaimer in the description of this video. And everything I say is alleged. Allegedly, y'all. So. Salute to Big Baby for that 10-piece. It ain't no competition. You already know, Big Baby. Salute to you for that 10-piece. I appreciate you. That's how you start off the show, with a 10-piece McNugget. Salute to Big Baby. Salute to Reese, the swagstress, for that 5 gifted memberships. For those 5 gifted memberships, I appreciate you. Salute. Also, Miss K313. Salute to you for that 1 gifted membership. Salute to y'all for the gifting those memberships. If you got a membership gifted to you, go ahead and say thank you to Reese, the swagstress, or say thank you to Miss K. Salute. All right, so what's going on, gang? I've been chilling, you know what I'm saying? Took last night off. We've been covering a few different topics over here. By the way, we hit 173,000 subscribers. We are at 173K. Salute to the gang. Salute to the mother gang. You know what I'm talking about? We've been over here doing our big one. So, yeah, salute y'all. I appreciate all the love and support that I get every time I hit that live button. So, salute to you if you're a part of this this loving community that we got over here. Salute to y'all. I appreciate everybody in the building. All right, so I've been getting a few DMs here, a few DMs there, and I'm still in contact with the 2 people from Naziah's family that do care about her. So I have been in contact with them, as well as I've been in contact with some sources in this case to tell me a few things about the Naziah Harris case. Now, where we at on the likes? We're not even at 300 likes yet. Oh, it's been a long day, y'all. It's been a long week. I ain't gonna lie, man. This week has just been very long, and it's just like, oh my gosh. We stayed up all night on Discord. It was arguing last night. It was just a time. So tonight we letting loose, and we just chilling, and we gonna drop this content off for y'all. So let's go ahead and take a shot. Since y'all don't want to get the likes up, y'all can't double tap that screen and get the likes up. I'm gonna take a shot real quick and get this night started. It's gonna be a dope night, y'all. We got content for y'all. And I don't even know how I'm going to cover this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We going to get through it, though. Cheers to the gang. Tone bite. All right. Cheers, y'all. Salute. Let's get this live started. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Drop the gems if y'all ready and get them likes up. Let's go. Let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all this. Do you think Shannon Harris is going to jail? Do you think Shannon Harris is going to jail? Let me know in the chat before we even drop these gems off. Salute to 215 Kev for that Tiny Thug membership. Salute. My dog's over there heating this shit up. Hold on. Ooh, child. All right. Do y'all think that Shannon Harris will go to jail? Let me know in the chat. I see 90% of the room right now with 100 votes off the muscle say, yes, going to jail. Your ass is going to jail, Shannon. Now, I'm going to be real. Somebody did hit me up behind the scenes. A source out there in Detroit, Michigan. She's not, but she needs to. From what I was told a few different things. Now, one source tells me that Shannon Harris is most definitely going to jail. Shannon Harris is going to find herself in a legal battle as far as she lied on the stand. And a lot of people are saying she's not going to get past the lies that she told on the stand. Somebody else told me something different. I got in 2 different sources. Both of them are reliable, but I say one is more reliable than the other one as far as I've been knowing them a little bit longer. And the reliable source tells me yes. The one source says she should go to jail. but she made a deal. I don't know which one of those could be true. They're both alleged. Obviously, allegedly on both of them. But from what I was told, one source that's a very reliable, close source to me tells me Shannon Harris is most definitely in big trouble and behind this Naziah shit. Shannon Harris also is the true person who unalived Naziah. Shannon Harris is the person who plotted the whole thing with Jarvis. Jarvis ain't innocent. Look, fuck Jarvis Butts. And I think they're going to do him right in his last name when he's in jail. Jarvis Butts is going to get it right in his last name if he hasn't already. But I heard they've been packing his ass up. Not packing his ass, but they've been packing his ass up. They've been whooping his ass in jail as we speak. He's not in PC. And a lot of people know what he's doing. He's talking in there. And he did tell some people that Shannon is the one behind all this. So he's been snitching. Shannon has been hiding. And Shannon has been lying. Marquita also lied. Annette also lied. Now, if Shannon goes to jail, Annette has to go to jail, which kind of which might make you believe that neither one of them will end up in jail. Okay, it's my laundry. What the hell is that beeping noise? It's my laundry in there. So it says the fact that someone under such allegations is running loose is what's frightening. Well, you got to think about it. Detroit is the same spot that is allowing another mother to run free right now. Y'all know which mom I'm talking about? There's another mama out there running free, and she done got her crusty ass up there shaking her nasty, crusty ass. She done got her little anorexic, she done got her little skinny, no ass. She done got her skinny, no ass up there, shaking and shifting, smelling like hot tilapia, and got her crusty ass on alive and started shaking her nasty ass. Now that Detroit mom who unalived her 2 kids, and I'm telling you right now, I don't give a damn when no one said them kids didn't die from hypothermia. That mama took them kids out. The mama took her own kids out. I said it, and I stand on what I said. She knew them kids was in that car. She didn't give a fuck. Them kids died in her on her watch. So that's another mama who's running free right now, and they ain't doing nothing about her lying. Now, she went up there and straight up lied. She's been giving the world a whole different version of the story, and she's been telling her friends what really happened. Everybody knows she was gambling in that casino. Everybody knows that both of them people wasn't in that car with them kids. They were taking turns gambling in that casino, and something happened to them kids along the way. The mom, the grandma, and the aunt too. Man. It said, let me see. We got 254 votes, and 89% of the room says Shannon is going to jail. Well, my sources tell me Shannon will be in jail very soon. Shannon Harris. Shannon, let me tell you something. Shannon, what you did is eating at your soul. So I know you have a conscience. I don't think you thought this through. I just think you were left with no choice but to do what you had to do. I think that you thought you were saving your relationship with your man. I don't think you intentionally took Naziah out. I think that you tried to do some shit, and once shit hit the fan, because there's 2 different versions of the story that I've gotten. One version of the story, who the hell is just calling my phone and texting me? Look, I'm her cousin out of Newport News. I got new tea. Who the hell is this? Who the hell is this? Who the hell is this?
Hello?
Who is this?
Hello?
Who is this?
I'm Naziah, cousin out of Newport News. I got some news for you, but I want to talk to you one-on-one.
Some news about what?
About the case.
What news?
I mean, you live right now, so I don't want to talk right now. I want to talk to you one-on-one. Is that possible?
Yeah, I mean, why can't you tell me right now?
I mean, because I wanted to be me and you.
And
then you can share what you want to share.
Oh, I mean, so you might as well just tell me, like, what's up?
It's kind of a conflict in interest because it's still going on. So that's why I wanted to talk to you one-on-one. But if there's a problem,
no. Listen to me. Okay, give me something. Like, what does this have to do with about the case? Like, what about who?
About the aunt.
Shannon.
Shannon, exactly.
Okay, what did Shannon do?
Like I said, I got to talk to you one-on-one because this is something that's going to come up. This is something that's going to come up, and it's going to come up real soon. And I was one of the ones to call CPS a couple of times.
Oh, you was going to call CPS about what?
About Shannon's baby daddy having sex with Naziah.
And you knew about this?
I heard about this, but I live out of town. So, and I had a video as well. So that's why I wanted to talk to you one-on-one.
You got a video about what?
I got a video of him asking her to perform sexual acts.
Can you send me the video?
I can. But this is my first time doing this, and I want you to let me know what should I say and what should I not say. Because this is ready to come up. The indictment is ready to come up.
An indictment against who? The Shannon?
Against Shannon.
Now, who is in this video besides Naziah and Jarvis?
Shannon's daughter and another friend.
Who is recording the video?
Another friend.
And in this video, Jarvis is asking Naziah to do things.
Jarvis and the friend.
Who is the friend?
The best friend.
Can I get a name?
What is his name? What is his name? He used to be at the shop witness, the same one that I know.
King?
Who say his name again?
Cordell, his name King?
Yeah, the one that she's supposed to have a threesome with.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So I want to see you some stuff, and I want to, see, what should I say and what should I not say? Because sooner or later, something's coming up.
I mean, you should say exactly what it is. I mean, you should.
I just said an indictment.
Okay, an indictment's coming up, and Jarvis was with King, and they were asking Naziah to perform acts with them.
Not only Naziah, the daughters too.
Which daughter?
The oldest daughter and the friend.
So there's 3 little girls in this video.
It's 4 little girls. One had her phone down. So you can see a little bit, but you can hear everything.
Okay, and how did you get this video?
I got this video through a friend of ours because I live in Newport News.
Okay.
And I just got this video through a friend of ours because I had been calling CPS for about, I want to say I called them about 6 times to come out there.
And how did you get wind of Jarvis and Naziah?
How did I get wind of it?
Yes.
The mother.
Which
Naziah's mother.
So Naziah's real mother told you that Jarvis and Naziah were active.
Right. And she told me that Shannon knew about it. And that it was for money.
When did she tell you this? Was this before Naziah went missing?
This was, no. This was about the 4th time I called CPS.
When was the first time you called CPS?
Last year.
After Naziah went missing?
In February of last year. I have a diary written down, but I didn't know you was going to be live. So that's why I said I want to send everything to you.
Okay, well, send it to me.
Okay. You got to give me your email, or do you want me to send it on the phone?
You can send it on the phone. My email is ratchetvmedia@gmail.com.
RatchetTVmedia@gmail.com.
Yep, or you could just send it to the phone.
Okay, I'll do that right now, and then you share with me what you want me to. We'll go from there.
Okay, I appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye. Oh, what the fuck? What the hell was that? Salute to Choices and Chance for that 20 piece. I appreciate you. Salute. So we need a resolution for this sweet angel. What do y'all think about that? They said, wow, we shall see. So that's Naziah's cousin that just called my phone saying that they got a video of Jarvis. King, Naziah, the oldest daughter of, I'm guessing, Shannon's, and two friends. One friend had their phone down. I want to see the video. And they're saying that King and Jarvis were asking Naziah and the girls to perform sexual acts with them. I don't know how true that. What do y'all think? I don't know. They said that was strange. Yeah, that was very weird. I said, well, it looks like you're going to be on the stand. I ain't got to go on the stand for shit. All you need to do is use my content. I ain't going nowhere. And said, so how long ago was the video? They said, I'm pissed. And I bet I know which little girl recorded it. They said, if the mama knew, why she didn't say nothing. That's what I want to know. So the mother, Naziah's mom, knew the whole time. So allegedly Naziah's mom knew what was going on this entire time. Man.
Y'all, we finally got justice, dog. And I'm going to tell y'all like this. I was almost right with solving this case, but whoever this dude is in this video right here, y'all got to go watch the full video. He broke everything down to what happened from the start to the end with Naziah. I'm finna break it down for y'all, though. All right, so long story short, the guy was Naziah. She was trying to figure out how to get to Jarvis' shop by walking, or however it went, right? So Jarvis did get her antifreeze. So y'all know she was already pregnant. He gave her antifreeze. It got her sick even worse. So Jarvis took her to Shannon's house, right? Shannon ended up going off on Naziah, talking bad to her, and telling her how fast she is because while she at Jarvis' shop. So that's what Shannon was saying. So I guess Shannon and Naziah got into it. Shannon jumped on Naziah. She beat the girl. She whooped. She just say she whooped the brakes off Naziah, right? And I ain't trying to say it in a funny way, but that's what she did. So she just kept going on hitting Naziah. And y'all remember, y'all got to realize, this girl was 13, 14. She pregnant. She just drunk antifreeze. So she highly is sick and not feeling good. So she can't defend herself regardless of what Shannon doing to her. But the reason why Shannon started fighting her because she found out that she was pregnant with Jarvis' baby. And I told y'all that. Shannon found out that girl was pregnant by Jarvis and she lost it. And that's exactly what happened. So here's the kicker. The dude in the video was saying that Shannon jumped on Naziah, beat her, and not only that, she picked whatever object up in that house and just started hitting her with it.
What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about this, man? Do y'all feel like this is true? Let's back this up a little bit. Do y'all feel like this is what happened to Naziah? Drop the gems if you believe it. Drop the caps if you don't think it happened.
Drunk antifreeze. So she highly is sick and not feeling good. So she can't defend herself regardless of what Shannon doing to her. But the reason why Shannon started fighting her because she found out that she was pregnant with Jarvis' baby. And I told y'all that. I told y'all, Shannon found out that that girl was pregnant by Jarvis and she lost it. And that's exactly what happened. So, here's the kicker. The dude in the video was saying that Shannon jumped on Naziah, beat her, and not only that, she picked whatever object up in that house and just started hitting her with it in her head. And they say that she lost conscious. Naziah did. She passed out, whatever happened. But they did say she passed away in that house. All because what Shannon was doing to her. Because Shannon was doing all type of things to that girl when she found out that she was pregnant by Jarvis. Shannon did that to Naziah. She the one. Now I don't think Jarvis he deserved to get locked up. Made her drink antifreeze. But Shannon, she was the kicker. She is the main key in this whole entire case. Man, it's crazy because you know that this little girl is sick. She haven't been to the doctor even get no type of nothing, no treatment, no nothing. Then she already drunk antifreeze. That's the bad part about it. So that girl mind and her brain, her body, it ain't where it need to be right now. So that means she can't handle no altercation or none of that or defend herself regardless because she ain't that but 100 pounds. Shannon overdid that girl in the house, and now we gotta figure out how Naziah left the house, how they get her out the house without nobody knowing.
So, if Shannon unalived Naziah in that house, I said that was not news. They took the test together. They said, and she was, that is news because allegedly when she was on the stand, she didn't know Naziah was pregnant, but goes off the stand and says, yeah, they took a pregnancy test together. So they all knew she was pregnant because the pregnancy was supposed to be alleged. The pregnancy was like, okay, well, we just saw it in the messages. Shannon confirmed that she knew she was pregnant. If you knew she was pregnant, then who was she pregnant by? So which kind of gets to what the cousin just alluded to. And the cousin is doing nothing but confirming the fact that everybody knew about this, which would make it even more plausible that Shannon was mad about it and unalived Naziah due to the fact that she found out. Which means she found out she was pregnant. She found out she was pregnant by Jarvis, made her take a pregnancy test, found out the pregnancy was true. Her and Jarvis get on the phone and she's like, we got to fix this shit now. You better fix this shit before everybody find out. So Jarvis starts panicking, which would make sense because Jarvis never was going to unalive Naziah. I'm not, and don't think I'm taking up for Jarvis because fuck Jarvis. He's a piece of shit. He deserves life in prison. I don't think that Jarvis was planning this on his own. This to me sounds like the aunt finds out Naziah's pregnant. Then she finds out that she already knew she was her. Let me be tasteful when I say this because it's a little. She found out that it was Jarvis and her that Jarvis got her pregnant, basically. She knew that this was going on the whole time, but now she's like, wait, you got her pregnant? She's pissed off because she's pregnant. They're pregnant at the same time. Both of them are carrying Jarvis's baby, so she jumps on Naziah. But already had told him, we got to get rid of this shit. Her and Naziah get into it. Naziah probably mouths off to her. She jumps on Naziah, whoops Naziah's ass, and went too far, possibly. But how did they get rid of the body? So that means you probably called Jarvis over there, or you met Jarvis. One of the two. Either you left that house with Naziah's body, because I believe Naziah goes home that night. I believe at some point that night Naziah ends back up at that house. I think Naziah went home met up with Jarvis, kicked it with him for the day, fucking around that night, Shannon and Annette had already been stalking the situation. They find out that, so they went to the shop. The car is still there. They're possibly staking out the shop. Follow Jarvis back to wherever they end up, hotel, wherever. And that's where it went down as far as she went and got her and take her back to the house. Her and Naziah get into it. They take the pregnancy test right there. They take the pregnancy test on the spot right there. We taking one together. I'm pregnant. Oh, and you're pregnant too, and it's by Jarvis. So now we know for a fact you're pregnant by Jarvis. I seen the message because I think she saw the messages between her and Jarvis, and now she figures out, wait, you're pregnant? You're pregnant by Jarvis? Her and Naziah get into it. Then from there, she probably went too far, and then she's hitting Jarvis back up, and that's why Jarvis left the motel to go back over there and meet up with her or go pick up Naziah, and they got rid of the body.
How? Or she got it, Naziah got to be around. She got to be close by. She can't be too far from Shannon and where Shannon stayed and where Shannon going. Cause I'm telling y'all, Shannon probably was tampering with Naziah the whole time we making these videos. Shannon probably was tampering with the body and everything else, and she probably moved Naziah's body probably about 7 times since this year. Like, that's just my opinion, but I'm thinking about uploading this video that I just seen on TikTok of the dude breaking everything down, because this is crazy. And I told y'all, I was almost right solving the case. I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew I wasn't stupid. And I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. Shannon did something with Naziah's body. And I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. That's the reason why Shannon ain't locked up, because they can't find Naziah's body. I'm telling y'all, if they find Naziah's body, they're going to find Shannon DNA on it. Like, because Shannon put hands on her, and Shannon did it in the house. So I'm telling y'all, that's why she moving real funny right now. That's why I'm telling y'all, bro.
So what y'all think about that? Do y'all think that that's possible, that Shannon unalived Naziah due to her finding out about Jarvis and Naziah completely? Like, she already knew that they was fucking around, but now she has confirmation that she's pregnant with Jarvis' baby. How true do y'all think that may or may not be? Drop the gems if you think that video kind of just highlighted what really went on. Drop the caps if you think there's no fucking way. Let me know in the chat. That's not the video I'm looking for. Let me know in the chat.
Hey, it's your favorite auntie with some news hopefully you can use. Let's hop into this Naziah Harris story. Looking at my FYP timeline, there's a lot of...
Salute to Tanel Spalding. It says, did the police search the basement of the grandma's house? Well, they moved. And thank you for your 5th super on the live stream. Thank you for the 2-piece. They moved, which it kind of makes you like, why did y'all move? Why did y'all hurry up and leave that house so quick? Because, and if you think about it, the cops never searched them because they were never under the impression that Naziah was dead. They were under the impression that she ran away. So there was no there was no witnesses. There was no suspects. There was just a missing little girl who ran away from home. All of the DNA was in that house. If they had searched the grandma's house, the grandma's car, or wherever, they would have found DNA that would have led to the death of Naziah, in my mind. I think that they would have definitely found the body of Naziah, because I don't think Naziah is here anymore.
Stories out here saying that Naziah is alive. I know we want to keep the story alive, and I know we want to have hope that she is alive, but I think we need to be very cautious in kind of sharing those stories. Here is what I think. I think, again, this is my platform, and these are my opinions. I think we need to pause for the cause as content creators and kind of wait until March 7th. That is the date that Jarvis Butt goes to court, and what they will do on that date is determine when his trial will be. Okay, it could be a couple of months, it could be a couple of years, we just don't know. That is the calendar date for when they set the trial. So I just think we just need to pause for a minute. And I know we want to keep her name alive and keep that story out there. We won't. I think that's the thing with some of us content creators. We want to keep the story out there so nobody forgets about her. But I promise you, we're going to keep for me and my page, we're going to keep her name out there. and make sure you don't forget about her. But I think we just need to be cautious about what we're reporting, right? I have not seen any reputable news outlets that says she is still alive. If you have, put the link in my bio. Put the link down below, not in my bio, but down below in the comments. But I have not seen anything. I think we just need to continue to pray, and hopefully Jarvis gets the sentence he deserves, and we just go from there. So more to come. I'm following this case very, very closely. And then when March 7th gets here, I'll let you know what happens. Thanks, guys. Love you. Have a good day.
Liz, thank you for the 5-piece. Liz, salute, salute, salute. Drop the gems if you think Naziah is still alive. Drop the caps if you think there's no way Naziah is no longer here. If you believe Naziah is still alive, drop the gems. If you think that Naziah is no longer here, drop the caps. Let me know in the chat. Do you feel like there's a possible way that Naziah is still here right now? Gems if Naziah is alive, caps if Naziah is no longer here. I'm going to say it one more time. Drop the gems if you think Naziah Harris is still alive. Drop the caps if you think that there's no way. And I'm going to be real with you. She's not here. Naziah's not here. I mean, if you disagree with me, that's fine. I don't care. But I'm telling you straight up, you'll see Naziah, that little girl is long gone. Rest in peace to Naziah. Long live Naziah. But no, she's not here. So wishful thinking, but nah, she's been gone for longer than a year. There is no protective custody. There's nothing to protect. Jarvis is in jail. You got to think about this. The key person is already in jail. They're not waiting for the trial to get Naziah to pop out. Like, nah, they don't need Naziah to tell this story. Naziah's told her story from wherever she is. Naziah is going to get her justice in some way, shape, form, or fashion. It may not be the proper justice, but Naziah is screaming from wherever she's at. And I don't think that this is over. I do think that more people will go down for this. I think King ultimately goes to jail. I think that 2 people get arrested in the Naziah Harris situation outside of Jarvis. Shannon and King. King was messing with that little girl. And I told y'all this a long time ago. I said that dude King and Naziah and Jarvis had threesomes. The cousin just called my phone and confirmed that. I already knew that. Well, I didn't know it to be a fact, but my research that I did led me to know that King has had relations with Naziah Harris. That ain't a damn secret, though. King was with that little girl, with Jarvis. And it wasn't just them. There's more people who should be arrested because Naziah was with more than 2, more than 1, more than 2, more than 3 grown men. She was also with her neighbor. Naziah was with, and I'm not trying to look, they groomed the little girl to do the things that she did. It's not her fault that she did what she did with these. It's not her fault. This is what she was taught. So, yeah, this is Shannon was sleeping with King. Shannon was sleeping with the entire community, and whoever put their meat inside of Shannon is disgusting. I would rather screw an apple pie. Like, was it American Pie? I would rather do that bullshit than touch. I wouldn't go near that shit. What the fuck is even that? I wouldn't. Looking at that naked would be like looking at a wet seal straight out the damn ocean. Be like looking at a big ass wet seal just flopping around out the girl. If you don't put them clothes back on and get your weird shaped ass the fuck out my face. Big nasty ass girl. If you don't get your weird, oddly Gatorade bottle built ass the fuck, put that shit back on. I will pay you to put. Hell no. Put that shit back on and stay the hell away from me. Let's go.
Y'all, have y'all been hearing about the Naziah case? Okay, so basically, they saying that Jerry didn't unalive Naziah. They are saying that Shannon and her twin was involved in unaliving Naziah, which makes sense because Shannon was the last person to see Naziah alive. And this is all starting to make sense because they were basically saying Shannon was jealous that Naziah was having a baby by Jerry, which is her baby daddy. But mind you, Shannon already got 5 kids by this man. So, baby and Shannon, you're not safe. They are also saying that Jerry,
think you meant Jarvis, not Jerry, but continue to cook, sweetie, while you popping on that sucker.
Yeah, running his mouth. Saying how he didn't unalive Naziah and how it was all Shannon's fault. Which really makes sense because if Shannon was the last person to see her alive, then, like, I'm confused. Who else could have did it? And they're also saying Jerry might have just helped, like, cover up everything. But he wasn't the actual one who unalived her. And tell me why they had missing posters up of Naziah and Shannon started taking them down. Like, girl, what is actually wrong with you? What type of auntie or what are you? And it's like every time somebody comes to her about Naziah, she gets so defensive. Like, and then she don't even want to be recorded. Like, this really tells you something, y'all. Adding 2 and 2 together. Shannon did this. I'm telling you, Shannon did this. I have no doubt. Shannon really, unalived Naziah.
Cheers, gang. Do you feel like Shannon is the one, or do you feel like Jarvis did it? In the chat, say a name. Shannon or Jarvis? Shannon or Jarvis? Who did it? I just need to see one name in the chat. Did Shannon do this or did Jarvis do it? I don't want to see nothing else but Shannon or Jarvis. Who unalived Naziah? They saying both. Some people say both. Shannon. I see a lot of Shannons. I see some Jarvises coming up. I see both. I see a bunch of Shannons coming through. I see a ton of Shannons, and I see a lot of both. They said Jerry. Dior said Jerry did the shit. I don't know. Jerry. That girl was it. Jerry. Like, girl, if you don't take that damn sucker out your mouth and say his name right, name Jarvis, girl. I said Jarvis. I see both. I see a lot of Shannons. I see a lot of Shannons. They saying Jerry did it. A few people saying Jerry did it. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Let's end this poll right here. And let's do another poll. Okay, let's do another poll. Hold on. Who unalived Naziah? Shannon, Jarvis, or both? Or we can put Annette / Marquita. I forgot how to spell Marquita's name. I think I spelled it right. It was either I or E. I can't remember. But I just did it real quick. But let me know in the chat, who unalived Naziah? Was it Shannon? Was it Jarvis? Was it both of them? Or was it Annette / Marquita? I don't know if I spelled Marquita's name right. Who gives a damn? She ugly as hell anyway, so it don't matter. Let me know in the chat. And y'all all vote on that poll. Who did it, y'all? Let me know in the chat. Let's continue.
Multiple times. She saw Naziah getting in and out of Jarvis's truck, but didn't think much of it until she got a call from one of Jarvis's kids' mothers. The mother called to tell her about things that happened on Valentine's Day with Jarvis, and even sent her a podcast about her brother. And she said after hearing what she did, she immediately called the police. They also revealed that this picture was taken of Naziah the day she went missing. And that day, Jarvis asked one of the mothers of his kids if he could borrow her car, and when he returned it, he left something in the back seat. That something turned out to be the glasses Naziah was wearing the day she went missing, and when the mother asked what those were, Jarvis snatched them out of her hands and said, "Those are my son's glasses." Authorities also tracked Jarvis's location the day Naziah went missing, and they found a lot of evidence. They found shoes, a pink jumpsuit, a jacket with headphones inside, and that jacket had multiple holes on the hoodie area of unknown origin. As the trial continues, they're coming out with a lot more details, but rest in peace to Naziah, and as always, I'll keep you guys updated.
Okay, so let me ask you guys a question. Do you feel like multiple people knew that Jarvis had relations with little girls? Do you feel like the fiance knew that he was having whatever with little girls? Do you feel like Jarvis's friend, as far as King, knew? Do you feel like his family, his sister knew? Do you feel like his girlfriends knew? Do you feel like more than one person knew about more than one little girl? Do you feel like this is like some shock, like, oh my God, Jarvis was with a what? Or do you feel like a lot of people knew about Jarvis's lifestyle? They said they all knew. They said Shannon knew. They said yes, he knew all of it. They said everybody knew. The close people to him knew. They said they all knew. They all knew. Yes, they all knew. Y'all say that in the chat. Give me 1 second, man. My dog's peed real quick. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. I had to get this out of here. I keep smelling this damn. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Yeah, my dogs have peed, y'all. My bad. Don't let down. My bad. I kept smelling that. It was. I had to get that up out of here. All right, my bad. So do y'all feel like they all knew? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. All right, we back. Let's continue this live. All right. Ooh, child. Oh, I don't need that. Let's go back over. I just had to wake them up too now. I did not want to wake them up, but that smell kept on fucking with me. All right, let's continue.
I do believe she adopted Naziah. I do believe that she had 6 kids in the house. I believe that Naziah had on a dark hoodie the day she went missing, and that she had on red and black Nikes that day. What is hard to believe is that the defendant never came into the house as she testified. And there was also a minor that testified that he did as well. Text messages that show between him and Naziah that he did. In the basement, saying he was going to the shower, stealing her panties. He was always lurking around that house and asking for Janiyah and Zaniyah, from what I know. I even thought about the breakfast routine and saying that all the kids like eating breakfast at school. Did they have a choice? I don't know. But to always send those girls up there to clean up the shop raises questions.
And right there, what is this telling you right here, guys? When you go back and listen to this again, what is this judge telling you? She says all the kids used to have to eat breakfast at school. Was this even a choice? And you guys used to always send those little girls over there to clean that shop, and he always wanted Janiyah and Naziah. Cheers, y'all. What is that telling y'all? You're 100% right. What is this telling y'all? She know what time it was. It said, yeah, y'all let me know, what is she trying to tell you? It said they were trafficking that young lady. So how did they know for a fact whose child it was? They said they knew. They said, yes, please, y'all go back to the text messages. It explains everything. Yeah, I want to listen back to this because this is really telling y'all a story. Call it spade a damn spade, it says. What is this judge telling y'all right now? If you listen to what this judge is telling you, she's giving you the story. They said that judge saw through all their BS. Jarvis said Shannon know what time it was. Granny was getting piped up by Jarvis, pimping her out to his friends. They said they said trafficking. They said they were ex-trafficking her. I think a lot of people believe that she was being ex-trafficked. They not done, big dog. They just getting started, in my opinion. Big facts. Now let's continue.
And how were there 2 women in that house who have birthed children themselves who did not notice that Naziah was pregnant, and I believe she was, and not having her period anymore? But then after hearing text messages today, begging Jarvis for pads as if she didn't have anyone else to give them for her. And what stood out the most was when Annette Harris stood on the stand, and she learned around 6 p.m. that Naziah did not come home from school, and said she looked around for her and decided to wait until the next morning to call the police. Without a tear, without emotion, or any expression of being devastated. And to her Aunt Shannon, who also showed no emotion, expression of being devastated from Naziah going missing. She stated that she had friends help look for Naziah, but was direct.
Let's continue. If you listening to this judge, the judge is giving y'all the drop. The judge is giving the whole drop.
To just wait until the morning to call the police. a grown woman who likely suspected something strange going on, didn't feel the need to call the police either. They were both able to go to sleep at night without hearing from Naziah or having any indication that she was coming home that night. And of course, the defendant, who I will get to in a minute.
See, she's kicking it off. She's kicking things off with the family and letting them know, like, so y'all went to sleep comfortably that night in y'all beds, had no indication of where this little girl was. Y'all decided we're going to call the cops in the morning. Y'all didn't even think to even attempt to, even if you know there's a 24-hour grace period or whatever it may be. I don't give a fuck if there was a 10-minute. I'm calling the first second something is going. As soon as she didn't come home from school, I'm calling around. I'm calling the cops. Hey, look, I don't know where. So look, hey, something got to be done. The minute I figure there's a red flag, I'm going for it because you're running out of time. If you wait the whole night, you're running out of time. Why the fuck would you be a family member of a 13-year-old little girl who's out there somewhere with someone and you're like, all right, well, we'll just call in the morning, right? Yeah, we'll just go to sleep. I wouldn't. Who the fuck going to sleep? I'd be out in the woods on the phone with the cops. I'd be at the police station anywhere. I'd be calling news stations. I'd be going live on every social media begging people for help me, please. I don't know, man. Let's continue.
I don't know who else failed Naziah, but the community did. As far as the people establishing probable cause, I will focus on count 1 as it's been stated that there is no contention with counts 2 and 3.
Salute to Daisy Jenkins for that 5-piece. Salute, Daisy.
In count 3, I will amend based off of the motion and testimony. I heard that Naziah was 12 and not 13 at the time that Jarvis Butts had sexual intercourse with her. The prosecution is correct. You do not have to have a body to establish first-degree premeditated murder. It would have been a much shorter exam had her body been found, but this is where we are. In the last 365 days, no text messages. We all heard today and yesterday that she was very active and frequently texted. No social media for a year. We heard through testimony that she was also active on social media. No phone calls, which she was also able to do according to testimony. No physical sighting of her by anyone. She never came back to school. No one has seen her. Medical records dated from July 2014 to October 2023 indicated that she had no life-threatening medical issues that would lead to a natural cause of death. The black hoodie found in the area of 7 Muhlenberg with her DNA and blood on it. The holes in the hoodie consistent with some sort of struggle, violence, or weapon being used. And we know that there were no holes in that hoodie when she wore it to school. We saw a picture of her in a black hoodie on her last day that everyone saw her. I do believe her grandma testified truthfully about the sweatshirt that she had on and that it was practically new. And the border agent who said that no evidence of animals would have destroyed the clothing or the shoes to possibly lead to animals tearing up that hoodie. The clear glasses found in the blue Nissan the day after she went missing. The behavior of the defendant when he snatched those glasses. They looked exactly like the glasses she had on in her last picture, according to the witness. The shoes that her brother described as the same shoes that were found also in the area of 7 Muhlenberg near the hoodie. While this is still probable cause, the evidence all points to Jarvis Butts. His locations, him being seen with her last, the abortion searches, the abrupt silence between the two of them in text messages, and the constant lies he told throughout the entire investigation. And they were proven to be lies with text messages and other testimony.
So the judge, to me, just by reading the judge's body language, it seems to me that the judge knows more than what she's leading on. And it sounds like for some reason they don't want to let these people know that they're on to them. But she's subliminal. She's subliminally telling them, I know exactly what the fuck y'all was doing. she's not coming out saying that everybody knew that this was going on, but she's being very subliminal by saying the shit she's saying. She's alluding to the fact that they knew, but I don't even think Shannon, Annette, or Marquita or any other women knew what the hell was going. I don't even think they realized that she's being subliminal. Thank you, Eugenia, for that 5-piece on Cash App. I appreciate you, Eugenia. Salute. I appreciate that. All right. Let me check something real quick. That cousin never sent me an email, by the way, either. That cousin never sent me an email that hit me up. I ain't got no text or no email. So I don't know. There was a weird call I got earlier by Naziah's alleged cousin. If y'all missed it, one of her cousins called and said they got some information for me. And they had a video of Naziah, Jarvis, the oldest little girl, and 2 friends. And Jarvis and King were also in this video asking those little girls for sexual favors, allegedly.
We may never know what happened, but from what I heard today and over the last 4 or 5 days, it appears he intended to perform what he thought was a do-it-yourself abortion on Naziah, and went south, and instead of seeking medical attention for her, he intentionally killed her and tried his best to cover it up. As much as I want her to be alive today, there is at least probable cause to show and believe that she's dead and that she was murdered by Jarvis Butts. Mr. Butts, stand up. You've been sitting over there for 4 days with your head down, sitting between and behind your attorneys with your mask on and taking vigorous notes. I want you to pay attention and listen to everything I have to say. I have been trying to figure out for the last 5 days, you. At one point I thought you were cognitively impaired in the beginning of this exam. And then maybe you had the brain of a 10-year-old, and that's why you were doing such things. But as I heard more and more testimony, you're just the true definition of a pedophile. Watching you laugh and brag about all the women you have with different women and the children and the girlfriends, and making babies to groom them and having them in your presence, cleaning up your shop, and the little girls around you had landed you here today. You groomed Naziah. You played mind games with her. We all heard that. You controlled her emotionally. She was exposed to so much at such a young age. The text messages between you two were disgusting to hear. And to think that she had you saved in her phone as bae for life. Naziah deserves so much more. And while I mentioned other people that failed her, Jarvis Butts, you are the monster in this whole picture. She did deserve love from her parents and everyone who was in her life. She was ignored, she was neglected, and you took complete advantage of that. She wanted someone to love her, and she will never know what that feels like. Your children deserve more. As much as defense counsel has raised issues on count 1, all that has done is raise the question of fact for the trier of fact, which means that this will be for a jury or a judge to hear in the 3rd Circuit. I pray for the healing of all the victims and the young girls and possibly boys who have come into contact with you. As a community, we should look at this case as a prime example of how much work we have to do when it comes to protecting our children and especially our black girls. I pray for closure and healing for all those who have been traumatized by you. And for you, Jarvis Butts, I wish you a speedy trial and that justice be delivered. Your bind over date is January 16th at 9 o'clock a.m.
And that's the judge reading him his damn rights. And I think that she was also reading the room theirs. I just believe that judge knew exactly what time it was with that entire family. And in my mind, I think that they got something on all of these people. I don't think that this is going to be the end of the Naziah Harris case even a little bit. I think it's just beginning.
Shannon officially lost her kids. It was either today or yesterday that CPS came and took her kids out of her custody, finally. This has been years and decades of the Harris family doing things to those kids and getting away with it, and they are finally starting to face the consequences. I mean, this should have happened way sooner. It's horrible what happened to Naziah and even her cousins and family members, and there were so many reports that went unanswered. It's absolutely horrible that this had to happen for them to take any sort of action, but in some way, Naziah is a guardian angel to her cousins and loved ones to come because they were taken out of her custody and they can't harm them anymore. And there are reports that Shannon, along with her sister and grandma, are gonna be on the run. I mean, all of them allowed this to happen and took just as much part in this as Jarvis, and they should have been brought in for questioning a long time ago. They're not only a danger to the kids around them, they've gotten away with way too much, and they need to be brought in and taken into custody. But at least this is one step in the right direction and some good news after all this time. Let me know what you guys think, and as always, I'll keep you guys updated.
So, allegedly, Shannon is thinking about running. They know that this is coming. That's why they've been hiding out, camping out at different spots. They haven't been at their home. They all knew about this situation. Naziah was in front of predator after predator after predator. Also, there's rumors of not only Jarvis doing things to Naziah, but Shannon and Marquita as well. And Annette knew about it because Annette was allowing it to happen. Now, I heard this through the same reliable source that told me some of the other things that I told y'all about Shannon possibly being charged in this. The same person that told me Shannon is going to get charged in this tells me they got confirmation that Shannon was also abusing Naziah in more than one way. Not just physical, but the same way as Jarvis. And there's also allegations through the grapevine that Shannon and Jarvis also partook in a three-way. Just like King and Jarvis partook in a three-way. Just like other grown men were paying to be with Naziah. They were pimping the little girl out, man. They were having their way with the little girl. This is coming from me from reliable sources. Had him saved as babe for life. Yeah, sick, disgusting shit. So Jarvis had three ways with her and other grown men. It wasn't just King. He used to ask her all the time to be with him and a grown man. And she finally was ready to do it. And King was the first, and there was many more. Allegedly. Shannon also did things to not only Naziah, but there's more members of that family that Shannon has abused too as well. Shannon is a sick fucking individual. Shannon should be behind bars. Not only for Naziah, but Shannon has also took advantage of some of her other little cousins, little nieces, nephews. Shannon is just as sick as Jarvis, and I'm being dead ass serious with y'all. I look straight into this camera and tell y'all Shannon is just as sick as Jarvis. I've gotten confirmation through family members who have hit me up wanting to remain anonymous, and that's why some of my shit that I say, I just be saying, hey y'all, guess what? I heard this. I've heard this shit directly from the family members of these people that say they were abused as children by these same people in that same household. Whether it been the same house or not, wherever they was living at, these same family members have abused all of their family. Naziah is just one person in this. She's not a small fry. She's the one that's going to take the entire family down. There's also rumors that they did take the kids. I don't know how true that is. I have no idea. I don't know, but I did hear that those children may or may not be in that home anymore. Just rumors right now, but somebody else could tell me. I don't know. But I do know that Shannon ain't around them damn kids no more, allegedly.
Anyone that knows anything about my granddaughter Contact the police department. She's been missing for a very long time.
What do you guys notice about this? What do you guys notice about this? Look at, I'm going to play it, but just look at it. What do you notice about the entire video? What do you notice about the entire video? It reminds you of another lady in Detroit whose kids died from alleged hypothermia, right? What do you see in there? No tears, no tears, no tears, no tears, no tears. She's fake. No tears, no tears, no tears. Fake crying, fake as hell, no tears. Dry-eyed bitch, fake tears. The wig, that wig is loose as hell. James Brown ass wig. Let's continue though.
Anyone that knows anything.
Now notice how she's like, anyone knows anything
about my granddaughter. Please contact the police department. She's been missing for a very long time.
I thought you were just crying. What happened? You're drying up and this is acting. Anyone who knows anything about my niece, she's been missing for a very long time. Girl, if you don't sit your fake ass on with that big fat ass wig on. Lion King ass wig. Come on, Scar.
Anyone that knows anything about my granddaughter. Please contact the police department. She's been missing for a very long time. Naziah is a very sweet child. This is not of her character. We've been looking for her. We've been passing out flyers. We've been calling people.
I thought you were just crying. How are you turning this? I got to keep playing this because how are you turning this on and off like that? There's nothing coming out of your eyes and then I thought you were just breaking down. How do you break down and rebuild yourself so quick?
Anyone that knows anything about my granddaughter. Please contact the police department. She's been missing for a very long time. Naziah is a very sweet child. This is not of her character. We've been looking for her. We've been passing out flyers. We've been calling people. We've been knocking on doors. We have done some of everything. And we're asking anybody that has any information, I don't care who it is, please come forth, contact the police department. Her life could be in danger. Please call the police department. I want my baby home. And I'm asking anyone that knows anything about my granddaughter.
I'm laughing because this bitch is so fake.
Please call the police department. I want my baby home. And I'm asking anyone that knows anything about my granddaughter.
G Money says she looking down the whole time. Bell pepper nose bitch. That's because she's looking down. Has anybody in here ever tried to cry before? Like you trying to build it up. Like you know you're fake and you're trying. You keep closing. You gotta look. That's an act. We've all tried to conjure up some fake tears before. You ever been at work and you're like, oh man, something just happened. I got an emergency, dog. Oh, man, I can't believe this shit, dog. Fuck. We've all faked the cry before. You're faking, lady. Come on, Annette, get your goofy Lion King ass wig on. Get your ugly ass on, Bell Pepper Nose bitch. You burger ass bitch. Get on.
Listen, and I'm going to say it because y'all scary and I'm not scary because I'm not getting no whoopings. Unless a pathologist gets up here and tells us what happened to Naziah, which means a body has to be located. Stop tagging me in these idiotic ass theories. Y'all are mixing Facebook gossip with internet people comments and this bull job that this man y'all just recorded this man on the phone saying and coming up with this whole theory. Seriously, ding a ding 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 ding. How can we verify that she was poisoned or beaten without a body? And here y'all in the comments, this makes so much sense. Go to church. Understand me when I tell y'all this. It is the epitome of clout chasing to continuously get on the internet and speak fiction over a child.
Let me tell you what else is absurd. The fact that you got up here with a muumuu in this damn flower bonnet, this floral bonnet. Where'd you even find it at? Where'd you find a floral bonnet and that weak ass muumuu? But let's continue.
Who we have already confirmed that was actively groomed by a pedo. That's so stupid of y'all. Unless Draco or I Am Not a Lawyer, who thoroughly reads all pages in the document so we wouldn't have to, speaks on it, don't tag me. I will see what I see in March. Leave me alone. Y'all are silly.
No, you're silly for wearing that floral bonnet. I'm be real. Girl, take that shit off and don't ever get on the internet with that weird shit on again. The hell's wrong with you? The hell's going on with you?
Okay, so I guess I'm looking at Naziah through her eyes. She's laying. So there's blood on her abdomen, like through her shirt.
And this is and salute to Rain of Fire. Got no issue with you, but yeah, this is something that people kept telling me. You know, they wanted me to tap into and just listen to. So I just want to listen with the gang. I like to hear everyone's theories and hear everybody out. So let's just check it out.
And there's blood on the floor. And she's saying that I just wanted the baby out. She wasn't even chosen first by her mother. Her mother loved her, don't get me wrong. However, something happened when she was a child. I'm getting 9 years old, but between 9 and 11, that her mom turned away and act like she didn't see. She clinged onto her sister because that was really all they had. Like, they told each other their secrets. They knew, but they confided in each other because they felt like they couldn't really go to their mom. She knew that Naziah would possibly pass. She knew. A part of her was hoping for it. But she planned this whole thing out. She convinced him.
Do you think she's on the money with what she's saying? Do you think that she's on the money with what she's saying and what she's feeling? I would guess it's a feeling she's having. I don't know. I don't really do the spiritual thing, but either drop the gems or drop the caps. Either she's on the money or she's up here capping. What do y'all think?
Jarvis, that we have to get rid of the baby or you're going to go back to jail. But deep down she knew it was a strong possibility that this girl would be dead. And in fact, she wanted it to happen. Jarvis was only focused on getting rid of the baby. But with Naziah passing, he wasn't expecting that to happen. That wasn't even on his mind. Shannon wanted this girl out the way. She considered this man her king because nobody loved her. This was something not unusual with Jarvis. And this is her. This is in her mind. Jarvis had a lot of women. But in her mind, the embarrassment of Naziah, the fact that he really clinged on to Naziah like this, it was something that no one else had, and it pissed her off. So once half of the baby came out, it's on the floor.
So what do y'all think? Is she on the money right there? She's saying Shannon this would kind of go along to the fact of Shannon was jealous of Naziah. Shannon was pissed off that Naziah looked at Jarvis like a king, and Jarvis clinged on. And it, as weird as it was, Jarvis just had a thing for Naziah more than he had with more than he had with Shannon. Because if you look at the text messages, I mean, you can gauge that from the text messages. Whenever Naziah is saying she got an attitude, you need to go up there and give her some D so she can shut the fuck up, and then you can come back down here and give me some. Let me sit on it. And he's like, I'm not touching her. You're all I want. And as weird as that is, Jarvis, he was clinging to Naziah. And as weird as it is, as weird as that may be, Jarvis had a thing for Naziah. Let's continue.
Hello, everyone. So, before I eat the salad, because I've been fasting all day, I'm going to do a reading on Jarvis' butts. Some of my videos, I'm answering questions that are sent to my email about a location. And in other cases, I am just trying to figure out what Naziah was trying to show me. However, as of right now, I am trying to find her. So she gave me a map, and I am going to compare that map to where Jarvis was at on the night that she passed away or went missing. I just found out on TikTok. Here's the video.
At 4 p.m. on January 9th, 2024, Butts' phone was tracked to his shop on Connor Street, according to the expert's analysis. Between that time and a little before 7:30 p.m., the data shows his phone's location heading towards Ypsilanti, consistent with what one witness said yesterday when she claimed seeing Naziah with Butts the day she went missing. Further analysis shows more activity from his cell phone near his shop once again. This time it's traced around 8:22 and 9 p.m. on January 9th. The witness then testified to Butts' phone activity stemming from the area near the Park Crest Inn. That's what two witnesses described yesterday as a place Butts would take other women to have sex. The report shows that these calls occurred after 10:35 p.m. on the day Naziah disappeared. Another exhibit shows Butts' phone activity more than 24 hours later. This time they tracked activity between 11:40 p.m. on January 10th to 1:30 a.m. on the 11th near the area of 7 Mile and Berg Road. This is the same location crews searched for Naziah's body 1 year ago. They never found her, but they did find a jacket, pink onesie, and black Nike shoes.
Okay, so here's the exact location or somewhat of a trail where Jarvis was at the night that Naziah went missing. So we have eucalyptus all the way at the end. Then we have the Grand Lawn Cemetery, you know, where I mentioned the bars and the reddish building. Also, like right across the street or like really, really close nearby where they found her shoes, her jacket, her items is 7 Miles and Berg. And that is exactly very close where the barrels are at with the numbers, okay? And that is where he was at between 11:40 and 1:30 a.m. And to be honest, if someone is going to bury a body or hide a body, it's going to be during the night, like not out in the day. Towards the right, they said that he was on Harper Avenue and also near the Harper Woods. And that is also near Palmer Park, I believe. And then we have the shop where he was at. And so far, basically this is a trail of him. And right here is the locations where Naziah gave me. Very similar. Very similar. So basically, starting out where Jarvis was at.
Let me ask y'all a question. Do you think that Naziah would be located in Ypsilanti or would she be located in Detroit? Who in the chat thinks that you could find Naziah's body in Ypsilanti, and who thinks that you could find it in Detroit? Do you think that Jarvis and King possibly took Naziah's body out to bury it? Do you feel like Jarvis buried it alone? Do you feel like he met up with the aunt there? Do you feel like, who do you think is responsible for burying that body if she's buried? Someone said Canada. Cheers, gang. I know Canada. This ain't nothing to joke about. When the fuck was Jarvis in Canada? Shut the hell up. Fucking talking about Canada. Get your weird ass on. I said Ypsilanti, Shannon and Jarvis. Jarvis in Detroit. Detroit is close to Canada. They didn't go to no... When did Jarvis get pinged in Canada? Jarvis didn't go to no damn Canada. It said, I believe she is somewhere close to that shop. Shannon unalived her, and Jarvis and King hid her. I don't think she is in Ypsilanti. The Y is pronounced like an I. I call it Yipsy, Ips. It don't matter. You know what the hell I'm talking about. Ypsilanti, Ypsilanti. I call it Yips. It ain't no such thing as a silent letter. Shit, that shit is loud as fuck. It's a Y. But Y is right there. I'm going to say the Y. Come on now. Y'all just be saying shit in the chat. Y'all just be saying shit.
Naziah Harris. Naziah.
Hold on. That's not the one I wanted. Let's continue, man.
Naziah Harris.
No, I put that on twice. So, yeah, that's basically the, I don't want to watch another reading on her shit. I'm cool on the readings. But, yeah, Naziah Harris, I don't know, man. I don't know where the hell her body would possibly be located at. I have no idea. All I know is they not telling us the full story of Naziah Harris, and our thoughts and our prayers definitely go out to Naziah. Our thoughts and our prayers 100% go out to her, man.
We've seen the.
So there is another mother who's shitty, and this mother right here, let me show you. Matter of fact, let me show y'all something. I don't know if y'all have seen this or not. Is this it right here? Yeah, I don't know if y'all have seen this or not. I want to show y'all something. This is a long video. Now, I'll probably post the entire video later, but I just want to go through this and show y'all some shit.
I walked through the house and for a video.
Have y'all seen the condition of that house that it was in? There was a video that came out today. Drop the gems if you've seen the condition of that house where those 3 kids that were in Pontiac County where they were held. Have y'all seen the condition of that damn house? I posted a video on my... Hold on. Matter of fact, before I do this, I posted a video on my Instagram. Where is it at? Here it goes right here. Now look at this.
That's sad, man, honestly.
One more time. Watch this.
That's sad, man, honestly.
So now I want to show y'all this. Have you seen this video right here? Drop the gems if you've seen this. Drop the eyeballs if you have not.
Yeah, this is crazy. I'm here, y'all. Excuse me, sir. That stove and that refrigerator need to come out.
No, I'm not saying that. Well, y'all gonna take it out, or y'all want us to take it out?
Where we gonna put it at once we take it out, sir?
Lay it right there, yeah.
Lay it right there?
Yeah, you know those scrappers.
Yeah, but I need somebody to walk me downstairs. You want to? Have you been down there yet?
No, I ain't been down. Come on. Okay.
Ooh-wee.
Hold on.
Come on, y'all going.
Give me my mask. Where is the mask at?
She should get her ass kicked.
Just look at the condition of this place that these children were living in. You saw all the trash that was in there. Now they've cleaned the trash out, and this is the aftermath. I'm not going to play the whole video. I'm just going to skim through it so y'all can see.
This is it, y'all.
I don't know. I don't.
Fire out, okay?
Now look at this. Look at this, y'all.
Ain't no cleaning that.
Look at this. Look at this disgusting filth.
You can't clean that, baby. You got to take that out. Ooh.
Look at this. Ugh, I can't even. Ugh, this is disgusting.
Lord.
Look at this. Look at the tub.
We got plenty. Huh?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the dollar store and get some math.
I'll go get you some. I'll get you some. Oh, man. Pull us from
Ain't no way in hell I will be there without hazmat gear on.
the bottom of my shoe. Please pull us from the bottom of my shoe, y'all. I think it's a nail. Ooh,
I wouldn't pull shit. You hell no. They ain't got gloves on. Hell no.
Lord. You see it? Is it off?
Yeah.
Y'all need some masks? Let me go get a box. You got some, Dave?
Yeah, man. How you know Dave?
I know Dave. Dave, good people.
Look at these stairs. Look at this. This is disgusting, bro.
Y'all picked it up, Unc? We need that refrigerator and stuff taken out. But I'm going to keep it honest with you. If everybody finna be standing around, they're going to have to go outside. Because I ain't come for that. My people ready to work, baby.
No.
They can't be standing around.
No, we're coming to work.
Okay.
Now look at this shit. I'm just going to skin it.
Pull it all. Yeah. Pull it out. My people ain't come to play, baby. Pull it out. We on the time frame. Get that shit up out of here. Watch out, Dave. That is. I can't make no phone calls, honey. I'm on live. Sorry, baby. I'm on live.
This is what those children had to endure. Look at the floor.
Hey, Dave. What are you about to do?
I couldn't do it. I don't give a damn what they paying. I couldn't do it.
Okay. My people put that shit out. Get it, look. You already know. They finna pick that up, too. Oh, they ain't finna pick that up? It don't matter who pick it up. It got to get picked up, baby.
Oh, yeah.
What y'all want to do with the washer and the dryer? We throwing that out, too, or that's the people? This bitch ought to be ashamed of herself, y'all. Look at this. What's on? I don't know how to turn the water off, honey. Huh? It's running? Ooh, what's that? Oh, can somebody turn the water off, please? Can y'all turn the water off, please?
Is it off?
Lord Jesus.
Look at this. Look at the this is what you had children by themselves alone for 3 years living in. I wouldn't want to touch anything in here with 5 pairs of gloves on. I couldn't go in there and even walk through there with steel toe boots on and hazmat gear. I don't give a damn if you offer me $10,000 right now to go clean. No, I'm cool. I don't want the money. You do it. No. Could I pay any one of y'all $10,000 to go clean that up? If I would just say, look, I got $10K for you. You got to go clean this house up, and you walk in there and see that, what are you doing?
Sweet Lord. I'm happy that they pulled out that carpet. They really thought we was going to scrub this nasty ass refrigerator. That's crazy. It's crazy as fuck. Oh, Lord. Oh, that water still flooding?
Ugh. Look at this. Oh, my gosh, bro. I would throw up. I would be throwing up everywhere in there. I just know it's funky as hell in there. Oh, I feel bad for those kids. Man, I hope one of these girls that's locked up with her run fades all day. Every time you see her in the tray line, knock her ass out and take the tray. I don't condone violence, but for what you did to these children, you shouldn't even be able to eat. Every time they say breakfast, you be like, no, go get your tray, and you already know, bring that motherfucker right back to me. As soon as you get commissary, run that bag. Call your people. Tell if anybody even fuck with you on the outside and they send you something, that's mine. I hope you got a girl named Big Bertha as your cellmate in that motherfucker.
Yeah, that's a little extra. What'd you say a little bit? Look at the countertops.
How did they eat in there? How did they sleep? How did they walk? How did they even think? I pray for those children. I hope you are just please be here for those kids. Please, Lord, be there for those children. They really need you right now. I can only imagine what they went through and what they're thinking right now.
Oh, this get out. They even got to pull that floor up. Look at the refrigerator. Oh, Lord Jesus. It is ridiculous. But you going to have to get it a little bit. Pull it out. Is that water still coming out? No, I think we good, Oh, God. You're going to have to probably need somebody up over there with you in an orange. You need help, baby. Everything got to get thrown away. You ain't never lied. Everything. They trying to have somebody clean that. We can't clean that. It's over. We can't clean that. We're going to get that shit up out of here. Here's bathtub. Every time I go in the bathroom, we going to pull it out.
I'm just skimming through it, y'all.
Is there some more gloves in the car? There ain't no bodies in there. Let's
get back in here.
That's why you, ooh, it stinks so bad. That's why you said what you said to take that food out. I'm saying take that food out.
Look here. Lift that up. We got to take the food out first.
We got to take that food out. You got some more contractor bags? I got a whole lot in the trunk, baby.
I got food in the refrigerator. I wouldn't even want to think about what the refrigerator smells like.
That food out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we gonna work up here.
Look at the wall. What is this on the wall? Look at this. What is this on the wall right here? Hold on.
Yeah, okay, listen. I'm going to keep it on. You got some. I'm saying take that food out.
Look at, what in the fuck is that on the walls?
Look here. Lift that up. We got to take the food out first.
We got to take that food out. You got some more contractor bags? I got a whole lot in the trunk, baby.
Yeah.
You can take that food out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to work up here. We're going to go in the bathroom.
Yeah, okay, listen. I'm going to keep it honest with you. That bathroom, baby, I feel like that tub got to come out. That tub got to come out. Look at this shit, y'all. That tub got to come out. You got to take that shit out.
Like it? No. Like
so you just want to just clean it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you know what? Like
you get that toilet out, though.
I did worse than this.
For real?
Worse than this.
So you don't think that tub needs to come out?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so for the next person who lives in that house, just remember they did not take that tub out. They cleaned it. Ain't no way in hell. Whoever lived in that house next, I just feel bad for you.
Okay. 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 Okay.
And then the walls, I'm going to try to get the new.
I don't give a damn how good you clean it. Ain't no way in hell I would put my body in that damn tub. No way. I don't give a damn if that shit was spick and span. There's no way after what I viewed would I put my body inside that tub. I wouldn't even get in there with flip-flops on in a nice shower head. No, I'm not touching this place. I wouldn't even walk through there if it was spotless.
See all that shit?
Man, that shit need to get painted.
Oh, yeah.
Shit got to get painted.
Yeah.
Flat out.
I'm going to have my boy work on this.
Y'all got a screwdriver? A Phillips?
Hey, Dave, look in the front and the middle and get my Phillips screwdriver.
I can't even look at this shit. How the hell did them kids live in this, man? That girl deserved everything God do to her.
Oh, he got it.
Okay, Dave. You come here, Dave. Oh, okay. Where the bag at? That shit smells. Yeah. Okay, first we got to lift this up.
And take all that food out.
Yeah. So, we got to lift it up from that way. Lift the front, right? Wait, hold on.
It's just disgusting, y'all.
That's the wrong way, y'all.
Stick it in there. Stick it in there. Stick it in there. Watch your hands, bro. Watch your hands, bro. Return it. You ready? Yeah.
Craziest thing about it, the cleanest thing in that house is the washing machine because they never used it. I know they're gonna be sick. It's like that should be hazardous. Wouldn't that be hazardous to walk through this? Smelling feces and. Where did they play video games at?
Hold these windows up a little bit. William, come here. Everybody in here. William. Come here, William.
They calling you, Willem. Refrigerator out. Grab a drill real quick. They did. She said, well, she getting out the car.
So yeah, y'all, this is just what was going on in that damn house. Just to show y'all the condition those kids was living in. It was a 34-minute video. I didn't want to watch the whole video. I just wanted to skim through there and show y'all the conditions that those children were living in. And that's sick. That is just sick. Let's continue, though.
I'm going to need Kelly Marie Bryant to step forward. We need to talk. Before the conversation, though, for any of you all watching, this is your trigger warning. I also want to make it clear that what I'm about to say is all considered alleged. Now, back to Kelly. Baby, what is you doing? Because allegedly, you have some explaining to do. Kelly Marie Bryant has 3 kids, a 15-year-old boy, a 13-year-old girl, and a 12-year-old girl. Allegedly, these children have been left alone since 2021. You heard that. 2021. Abandoned in a house by themselves. Now, I have a lot of questions, but there's so many. Now, these photos were taken from her Facebook page. Mama look good. I mean, real good. So why are your kids living like this? I'm not going to show you the whole picture because 1, I don't want TikTok to take it down. But 2, because it's nasty. Very nasty. And why you out here looking good? Your kids is living like this? And in this? And these is where your girls are sleeping? Correction. This is where your girls were sleeping because allegedly they was locked in the bathroom. This nasty bathroom. Remember that trigger warning I gave you earlier? This would be why. Because of this. That's feces, by the way. And there's a lot more in some of the other pictures that I covered up. But this is how she allegedly had her kids living. The County of Oakland Sheriff's Office have put out a statement, a couple of them, for immediate release. Mother arrested after abandoning her 3 young children.
Make sure y'all double tap that screen to get the likes. So we should be at 1,000 likes by now. We trying to get justice for all of these kids around the world, and y'all can't even double tap the screen and like the video. Come on, man. Double tap that screen. Double tap that screen.
And leaving them to live alone in a home for years. You can hit pause to read the whole thing, but basically this is coming from the Oakland County, Michigan Sheriff's Department as of February the 16th. Here is page 2 of said document. You can pause to read. And then this post from their Facebook page asking for clothing and things for the children to wear. Pause to read.
We are collecting donations. They donated the 12-year-old girl's clothing a size 12. If anybody wants to donate to them, the 13-year-old girl's clothing size 14, 6.5 shoe for the 12-year-old girl. The boy is a medium in men's clothing and a size 9 shoe. So if anybody wants to donate.
You know, like I said, I have a lot of questions. Most of them are for you, Kelly. But the rest of the questions, like school, Do they not report when children stop coming?
Salute to Liz for the 5-piece. Thank you, Liz. We have $50. We still 50 away from a honey bun. It's a slow night, slow Friday night. So at least double tap that screen. Let's go.
Or have they never been in school? What about neighbors? I know they've had to see children at some point before she abandoned them. So, no neighbors see them? Did no one know that she had kids? Where is her family? Like grandma, grandpa, auntie, uncle, somebody? Where's the daddy? He couldn't watch him? Is he no longer in the picture? Is he right along there with you? We were just introduced to a mother who lost 2 of her children from... My dog is snoring. We just were introduced to a woman who lost 2 of her children from freezing to death because they were sleeping in a car after the baby daddy noped out on trying to help, living his best life with his new girlfriend. Oh, we stay failing these kids. They're just out here trying to live their life, and the adults are out here failing them. And yes, the kids were 15, 13, and 12. But we will not be victim blaming them for anything. Because again, they've been abandoned since 2021. So count backwards. These are young children who were abandoned by their mother to grow up in a home on their own, no direction. And who was dropping off the food to them? Find that person if it wasn't the mama and hold them up too. Come to the front of the room. Whew. Anyways, we got to do better. Because
we do got to do better as a community, y'all. We got to do better. I think this is the same video that okay, I didn't need that. Which one is this one?
You're looking at a picture.
I don't want that one. Let's get back to this.
So
let's continue. Let's continue, guys.
Seeing the photos, and you hear about this, and it's hard to comprehend that these kids were abandoned since basically spring of 2020. So what happened today? Oakland County Prosecutor Karen McDonald charging 34-year-old Kelly Bryant, that's the mother, with three counts of first-degree child abuse. That is the most severe that felony can be. So she is facing up to life in prison. And, the investigation is still ongoing because there's so many questions that have still been going, through everyone's minds, right? The number one being why they're still trying to figure that out with their investigation. But, these kids, they are currently under the custody of the Department of Health and Human Services, living with a relative. They are recovering. But when you hear just some of these terrible things these kids went through, no toilet paper, a bathroom that didn't work, too scared to go outside. The only time the little boy went outside was 1, to get the mail, and 2, to touch the grass. It's just a terrible, terrible thing. Take a listen to what Prosecutor McDonald had to say.
This is the worst I've ever seen. And I've stopped saying that because every time I say that, I see something worse. It was unbelievable what they were living with for years. These kids, not to have even basic hygiene tools. And I guess what stands out the most for me is no love. There was nobody there to care for them for between 3 and 4 years. No parent, nobody physically present to let them know that they were safe and they were loved.
And you hear that. Nobody physically present. So you might be wondering, how does that even happen? Well, just from hearing from Sheriff Bouchard and Prosecutor McDonald, the boy had access to a phone. He would text his mom when their food supply was running low, and occasionally she would order things off Instacart or DoorDash. For example, we've heard near the end, before they found these kids, they were getting a loaf of bread sent to them to be spent over, 3 or 4 days to survive. So, just really, really bad conditions. So there's a lot still unfolding in this case. Bryant expected to be arraigned tomorrow morning. Of course, we'll cover that. For now, reporting live in Pontiac, Scott Walchek, Fox 2 News.
And Scott, you just said that the child, the oldest son, had a phone that he would text his mother. Do we know why he didn't call for help or didn't even go to a neighbor and say what they were living in? I mean, did she possibly threaten them if they did say something? Because a lot of people are probably wondering that right now. And where do they go from here?
Yeah, police have said that these kids were living in fear, right? So the mom, it's unknown exactly the exact quote she said or what the threat was, but they were terrified to go outside, right? And even when the police came to the home, they were hiding. The two little girls were in a bathroom. The little boy was hiding somewhere else. So it's just a really sad and messed up case. They're still investigating, right? Because we know that the mom is being charged. They're still investigating family, other types of contacts to see if there could be more charges coming down.
All right. Thanks for that update. It's still just a heartbreaking story. Scott, thank you.
So that's that mom, and hopefully she does get life in prison. JoJo, thank you for the 50-piece McNugget. Thank you. She says, let's get them likes up. Ratchet Gang, salute. Salute to you. Double tap that screen. Can we get to 1,000 likes for JoJo throwing that 50-piece up and getting us to a honey bun? Salute to JoJo. I appreciate you. Salute. Salute. Salute.
This might be the saddest case I've ever heard. So y'all might want to sit down for this and listen to the story. So, a mother of 3. And they're young, mind you, they're young. One is 15, 12, and 13. The lady that you see behind me is the mother that is in jail currently now. So she abandoned her kids in 2020. But here's the catch. She abandoned them and then had a whole other place for herself. And while she was in her new house, she kept her kids in the other house. This lady had 2 houses, and she left the other kids to starve to death. No, man. This is literally what the house looked like when they came in here. There's more to it. I can't show the rest of it because it's very bad. So the reason how we found this out was because she had a welfare check. So apparently she wasn't paying her bills since October, and they haven't heard from her since December. So when they came to the house, they found 3 children, which was a 15-year-old boy, 2 sisters at the age of 12 and 13. They were wearing solid clothes and vile conditions. When they came in there, it was at least 4 feet of garbage in the rooms and in the house. There were mold and human waste found around the house. The toilet was overflowing and there was feces all over the bathtub. So apparently she left them between 2020 and 2021. And the only thing how they survived is when she was only bringing the food to them, but only putting it on the porch. She also has somebody else coming to the house to put it on the porch as well. She didn't give them no toilet paper or anything that helps for their hygiene. They were also told not to answer the door or they couldn't leave the home. It's really sad because you thought it was okay just to abandon your kids and now like everything was okay. You didn't even know how to flush the toilet or brush your teeth anymore. With how long you kept them in the house with no supervision or anything like that. You only just gave them food, nothing else. Kelly Marie Bryant, a 34-year-old woman, is now charged with 3 counts of first-degree child abuse, and she will be facing life in prison.
And she will get life in prison. Does anybody think that she'll get anything less than life in here? Does anybody think that she gets off with a slap on the wrist? Or how do y'all feel? Salute for your 3rd soup on the live stream, V Will. I appreciate you for the 20-piece McNugget. Salute to V Will. I appreciate you. Salute, salute. Do y'all think that she's gonna get? What do y'all think? And salute to the real Big Draco. She covering this case as well. Let's see. And if y'all didn't know, they gave her a $250 million bond. And if you are good at math, you would know that she would have to pay $250,000 to get out of jail. So I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never even heard this shit. I think murderers don't even get that. They might get like $1 million bond. They gave her a $250 million bond, which I think is rightfully so. What you did to those kids, you deserve $1 billion bond. They gave her $250 million. They gave her $250 million bond, y'all. $250 million bond.
Y'all, we have an update in the case of Kelly Bryant. So this is the Michigan mother who left her 3 kids at home for
Salute to Gino for the 10-piece on Cash App. Salute, Gino.
for what we believe to be 4 to 5 years by themselves. Now, y'all, let me say this. I have covered a lot of cases, but this one has to be one of the most craziest. And I honestly think the judge got it right in this situation. So Kelly had her first hearing today, and this is what the judge had to say about her bond.
I'm giving her a $250 million bond in this matter, cash only.
So that's a
Cash only. Ain't nobody finna come back. Look, girl, the way you was living out, ain't no way in hell you getting out. Your ass is staying in jail for the rest of your life. You're never coming home with that glue dried up on your damn edges.
$150 million bond, cash only. You can't do 10%. None of that. She has to pay the full $250 million.
So, matter of fact, excuse what I said. I said $250,000 to get out. No, it's cash. Meaning, your ass ain't getting out. You got to pay. Who the fuck gonna give you that kind of money? Salute Dorothy Minor for that 20-piece McNugget. Thank you, Dorothy. I appreciate you. Salute. So, it's safe to say, y'all, we can all clap. She'll never come home. She'll never come home again.
Now, let me explain to you guys why the judge said she did this. So at that hearing, the judge said that she does not know who the kids were given to. She knows that the kids were given to a relative. So the judge's biggest fear is she's going to get back around these kids. She's going to intimidate them, or she might do something worse. So that is why that bond is in place like that. And y'all, in my opinion, the judge got it right. I know $250 million seems like a lot for this case. But these kids were left in crazy conditions. I mean, it was feces, mold, trash was piled feet high. The girls were sleeping on pizza boxes. They didn't have any personal hygiene items. These were teenage girls. She left her son there as well to basically take care of the home, which you got to think about it. If they've been there for 5 years, they were just kids when this woman left them. So as I was scrolling through social media, I saw somebody make a post to say that the dad actually got the kids, which is Kelly Bryant's dad. And somebody else made it a point to say that, they started a GoFundMe for the kids and people have been giving donations. And they just find it funny that now somebody wants to step up and say, hey, I'll get the kids. But you got to think about it like this. If those kids was living like that for almost 5 years, that means that none of that family could have seen those kids within 5 years. Because if they did, they would have known that the kids were living like that. Now, I've seen posts saying, well, they didn't know, the family didn't know. It is no way you didn't know those kids was living like that. So $250 million might seem like a lot of money, but y'all, the judge is doing that for a reason. She wants to make sure that this lady cannot get out and intimidate these kids or try to go on the run. So I want y'all to be honest. What are your thoughts in the comments about this whole update? Do you think the $250 million is too harsh? Do you think the kids should be with the granddad? Comment below and let me know your thoughts.
So what do y'all think? Is that bond too strict? Is that too high of a bond for this case? What are y'all thinking in the chat? Somebody in the chat tell me, what are y'all thinking about that? Is that too much for this case? Let me know. Now, has anybody heard of the Zachary Hughes case? Let me know in the chat. Drop the gems if you've heard of the Zachary Hughes case, because this is the next case that I want to go over tonight. If you've heard of it, drop the gems. If you have not heard of it, drop the eyeballs. And we're going to get into what the hell is going on in the Zachary Hughes case. I want to give an update on this. I have never covered the case, but it's some weird shit. This says South Carolina versus Zachary Hughes. Why does it take so much to get a child help before this? Why are the only options Naziah or Zachary Hughes? And again, Naziah comes up in this case as well. That's why she don't come up in the case, but you'll see. Just continue.
All right, y'all. I got a question.
Salute to Beverly for the 10-piece on Cash App. Thank you, Beverly. Salute.
Before I ask this question, I'm going to say this. This is for educational purposes. This is actual, real court cases that are going on. And in no way, shape, or form am I saying that someone should be doing something to someone else. What I'm doing is actually explaining the defense of Zachary Hughes, who is currently on trial with a jury deliberating in regards to, this is South Carolina versus Zachary Hughes. Now, Zachary Hughes had a best friend. Best friend had a daughter and an ex-wife named Christina Purcell. Best friend and defendant, Zachary Hughes, believed that the daughter was being abused in a way. Like child corn, okay? Now, we all know yesterday there was a huge blow up with the judge and when the defendant was testifying in defense of himself. And he'll even be going into contempt and serving jail time because the corn was not supposed to be mentioned in the courtroom and the defendant did it anyway. Okay, and it pissed the judge off. But if you have not heard of the case, Zachary Hughes is accused of unaliving Christina Purcell. Christina Purcell, in the mind of Zachary Hughes and said child's father, was abusing the child in some way, shape, or form. So after attempting to go to the cops, attempting to get people to listen, attempting to go to CPS, all these things, and feeling like he was seemingly out of options, the best friend of the dad took it upon himself, because dad was out of the country. The best, with another situation going on, best friend takes it upon himself to go hide in Christina Purcell's, the ex-wife's house. Go hide in the house with a 22 and a poker. And when she came in from a job interview, they got to tussling. Okay? Now, this ended, unfortunately, with Christina Purcell's carotid artery being, and there's no more Christina Purcell. Now, Zachary Hughes is not saying, I did not do that. What he's saying is, this was in defense of others. I was at my wit's end. I was backed into a corner. I could not help this child. There was nothing else I can do. And there's no way that I could stop the threat, because the threat was the mother who had the child. And therefore, what I did was in defense of others, not to unalive her, but to protect the child. And my question to you is, if Naziah Harris had a Zachary Hughes, wait a minute, we're not going to go there. Okay, so now the jury has been deliberating for just over an hour. And for this hour, they've been in there going back and forth about these charges. Now, they've already had a question after an hour and 33 seconds that said, hey, can you define malice? Let's go there. So in the charge, it says that the unaliving charge has to come with malice. And they were defining malice as evil. Evil in your heart. Evil in your intent. And they're saying, well, just because he unalived her doesn't mean he had evil in his heart. He had love in his heart. He was trying to save a child. But the state is saying, no. He went in there. He waited. He stayed. He planned this. He attacked her. Now, if you have not heard the story, like I said, he went in there, laid in wait, poked her up, dragged her to the room, put rose petals around her, and then left. Okay? So I'm not saying that I agree with one way or the other. What I'm saying is, this is the defense that Zachary Hughes has put on, and we've heard the closing arguments. Now, my question to all government entities at this point is, hey, if people keep making complaints and keep telling you that something's going on with the child and nothing happens and nobody steps up and nobody does nothing and everybody stays silent because they told and you don't show up, then we get a Naziah Harris. But then if somebody takes the law into their own hands, we end up with a Christina Purcell who is now unalived and cannot speak for herself. So we don't know what was going on. So is it wrong for somebody to turn into a Zachary Hughes to save a Naziah Harris? Or do we just scream justice for Naziah Harris? Michigan or South Carolina, it looked like the world is still having these problems. So I need to understand that when somebody says that the child is being abused, why are we not running to said abuse? Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm just thinking out loud.
That's crazy, right? So it's another twisted case. And the crazy part is they did deliberate and he ended up getting life. So you're looking at a woman who did these things to her kids, as far as the case we just watched with the woman who just tortured her kids by doing all this. She's getting life. Someone else was allegedly torturing their kids and someone else takes this woman out. Now he's doing life. People are saying, well, what do we do? Because Naziah needed somebody like that in her life. If Naziah had a Zachary Hughes, Naziah would still be here. And somebody else would probably be doing life for taking out someone who was hurting. So if Zachary Hughes or someone like Zachary Hughes were to take out Jarvis Butts and plan it out because Jarvis Butts was doing these things to Naziah, that person would be doing life for helping a child out. It's a twist. I don't know, man. I don't know how to cover it because let's just keep it going. It's crazy, right? It's crazy.
Case is happening now, and it has dogs, it has rose petals, it has unalivings. I'm down the biggest rabbit hole. Okay, it's the middle of the night, and so I'm trying to whisper and be quiet, and this one is going to take your full attention. So do you got me? Because there's a lot of players, there's a lot of stuff going on. We don't even need an intro, we're just going to get into it. This is the Zachary Hughes trial. It is happening right now. It's called the rose petal unaliving, or the secrets unaliving. You'll get it all when we get there. So this happened on October 13th, 2021. Christina Parcell, she's 41, she's a vet tech, and she was found by her fiance in the middle of their living room when he came home one day. She was unalived, and the strangest thing about this was there was rose petals scattered all around. She was unalived with a kitchen utensil, and it was like over 30 wounds. This was a brutal, brutal unaliving, and it had a lot of evidence. There's DNA evidence under her fingernails, and there is evidence of someone coming into the house on a bicycle. You can see them from Ring cameras, so we have that as evidence as well. And it all points to one guy, this dude. This is Zachary Hughes, and Christina and Zachary didn't really even know each other. But there's where this is going to get messy. There's a lot of people here, so keep up with me. It's literally like the red strings. So Christina used to be with this guy. We're just going to call him Mello. That's his last name. Had a daughter. There is a lot of stuff going on with their custody battle. Mello took the child out of the United States to Italy. Didn't let Christina know. It was a whole big thing. So he has charges. Mello is best friends with our guy that's on trial, Zachary Hughes. They were best friends, and apparently Zachary got himself into this whole mess with the custody battle. And that is why they think is the motive. But this case goes so much deeper than that. So Christina now is fiance, or was going to get married to this person. This person is Bradley Post. We're just going to refer to him as Bradley. I hope everybody can get this. So Christina and Bradley had a lot going on before she was unalived. Basically, when they went to go check the crime scene, they found out that Bradley had a bunch of child SA material in his home. This was involving her daughter.
Salute to who is that? Salute to Felicia Ann Davis for the 150. Thank you for your first soup on the live stream. Salute.
And her.
And we almost up to 1,000 likes. We need 18 people to double tap that screen. Let's go.
And we believe other victims. Now, when I say that there was material, this was being distributed, allegedly, and there was another charge on top of that, which was for like backdoor activities. It could be on a human, but in this case, it was on dogs for both of them. Bradley and Christina had SA material of them with dogs and underage children.
I told you this is a twisted case. It gets weirder. This is a very odd case, y'all. Just try to stay with us on this. Come on, just try to stay with us on this.
So could this have been a deeper motive for...
Thank you, Denise Williams, for the 5-piece. Salute, Denise. Thank you.
Him, our guy, Hughes, to do what he did? We don't know. Now, this thing is in trial. I think we're coming up on like day 5. We've already had 4 days of trial. And I'm going to try to quickly synopsis what we've gone through here. Now, I want to make something very clear that's going to be interesting in this case. They cannot bring up any of the SA with animals, with children, with anything in this court case. So it is just the unaliving. The jury does not get to hear anything about that being part of the motive. On top of the unaliving, Zachary is also being charged for other harassment charges because he was sending unclothed pictures of Christina to her neighbors and her coworkers, and him and Mello did this together as a, I don't know, form of trying to get her child back or something, we don't know. Hughes, which is on trial, he is a concert pianist, has no former charges at all, and he pled not guilty. So on day 1 of this trial, we got a lot of what the scene was like. They said that there was drag marks, that it was a very red scene. It was very, very violent. Her fiance, Bradley, took the stand. Like I said, no, the jury is not supposed to know any of the charges at all. But they got his testimony. He's the one that found her in their living room. And he kind of gave his testimony on everything. But it was, I'm sure, very awkward for the people who knew. Day 2, we had someone else come into the picture. That is Christina's sister. Now, she mainly talked about the custody battle between the two and how Mello took the daughter out of the country without the permission and how messy this custody battle was. This is also when we get some of the description of the suspect. He was seen on a bike. That bike was later saw in Hughes' truck in the back. The suspect was also wearing a black and gray hoodie, one just like what Hughes had on. And so we got some of the little details of the crime as well. What they're saying is that Hughes basically was trying to help Mello out with his custody battle, and that is the motive for all of this. Of course, we can't hear the rest of it in court. Day 3, we got a little bit of what they did to Christina as far as putting her pictures out there on an escort site. Also, what we got, which kind of proved a lot of the relationship between our guy Hughes, who's on trial, and Mello, which was they had just amped up their texting and their talking. We also got some evidence of them, the two, Mello and Hughes, talking a lot during the times before and after the unaliving. The day before, they spent 2 hours talking. The day after, they spent like an hour and 20 minutes talking, which was kind of unusual in their phone records. So, of course, that does set off red flags that they were talking about something. Day 4, the biggest things were we found out that Christina had a punctured lung and 2 wounds to some big arteries in her body, and again, just pointing out that this was a very, very violent act. And you also have Hughes deleting text messages as the police were coming, deleting pictures, all of that thing. So yeah, flags. On day 4, we also got a bombshell about the DNA. The DNA is what's probably going to do it in for this case. There was a DNA expert. They said that it was 825 times more likely that it was Hughes' DNA than it was anybody else's. So now I know I talked fast. I know that was a lot of information coming your way, but this case is bananas. I am literally down the rabbit hole trying to find information out for you guys. I tried to put as much information about the case and then information about the trial so that you can kind of go through that. I would definitely be paying attention to this one. This one's going to be so weird and interesting. And what I think is really interesting in this case is I want to know your guys' opinions. Do you think it was right for Hughes to do this? And I'm asking you seriously, because if there was the motive behind the child SA and the dog SA and all of these things that we're talking about, if Hughes knew about it, like Mello told Hughes and Hughes knew about it and that was the motive, do you think it was right? Because when everything comes out in the wash, if this is all true, Christina and Bradley were pretty bad people. So this is definitely a case of like what is right and what is wrong, and I want all of your opinions in the comments, please. I want to know what you guys think. Let's start a discussion. Let's have a civilized discussion about this. It's going to bring up a lot of trauma for a lot of people and a lot of things and feelings, so let's be nice about it. But please let me know your opinions below, and I will be updating you guys on this case. I swear the world gets horrible and horrible more and more each day, and I'm just exhausted, so I'm going to bed. Good night.
So what do you guys think was, from what you've seen in this case, do you think Hughes was wrong for what he did, or do you think, what do you guys think? Was he wrong? Was he right? What do you guys think from what I've showed you? Did Hughes, should he have done what he did, or should he have not done what he did? This is a fucked up situation to be in, I know. So why he didn't get the guy too? Say right. They say heaven sent. Okay, was he right or wrong? Let me know in the chat. Was he right or was he wrong? Hughes was wrong. I see someone say Hughes was right. I mean, he got street justice. Free that man. Come on, y'all. Let me know in the chat. Was he right or was he wrong? Let me know in the chat. Was he right or was he wrong? Let's go, y'all. These comments should be common. Let's go. I believe he was dealing with the guy. They said he was right. Okay. Comments going slow right now. What the hell? They said he was right. He was right. Come on, chat. Let me know in the chat. They say he was right. They say right. He was wrong as fuck. They said police don't do ish. He was right. Thou shalt not kill. He did what had to be done. Hughes was wrong. Right. Morally, he was wrong. He was wrong, but they convicted him yesterday, found guilty. Yeah, I know. We get into that part. Let's continue.
All right, so let's talk about this guy right here. His name is Zachary Hughes, and he is accused of unaliving Christina Parcell. I guess this trial is being called the rose petal case because there were some roses left in the crime scene. But some pretty wild stuff happened yesterday that I don't really understand. And thanks to Taylor Umbridge for putting this case on my radar because this is weird. Okay, so Mr. Hughes here has admitted to ending the life of Christina Parcell. The reason that he says that he did this was because he was aware of the fact that she was involved in bad abuse of her daughter along with the father, I believe, who is someone that he knows. Somehow he became aware of this information. I don't know all the particulars. And what he is saying is that is what his motive was for this act. And he elected to testify in his trial. But some real weird stuff happened. And the judge in this case has ruled that he was not allowed to testify about these things that he says that he knew. And the reason the judge says that he ruled this, apparently, and I didn't watch all this, but that could not come in as he had no relationship with the daughter of the woman who passed away, and she wasn't home at the time of the incident, she being the daughter. I have never in my life seen something like this happen. I mean, just as a general rule, you're allowed to put on a bad defense. You're allowed to put on a defense that makes you look even worse than if you hadn't put one on. Arguably, that's what Mr. Hughes is doing here. Arguably, it's not. So there's a lot to discuss. So just, to get out ahead of this, the judge is basically saying here that there are defensive theories that I'll discuss in a minute that legally don't apply here, so he shouldn't be allowed to testify to those things. That doesn't make any sense to me because let's say I unalive somebody because they had blue hair and I just really don't like people that have blue hair. I can testify to that. It's not going to help me. It's not a legal defense that I really don't like people with blue hair, but there's nothing that says I can't get up there and say that. So how does this alleged motive come into play in terms of defensive theories? There's two that I can think of. I'm open to other ideas, but the two that I can think of, both of which require you admitting to the act, which he has already done here. And admitting, the purpose of putting on the two defenses I'm about to discuss are, one, could possibly change your criminal activity from a crime to no longer being illegal. Self-defense, defense of others. Defense of others is the one that's going to apply here.
Salute to Carlin for that 10-piece on Super Chat. Thank you, Carlin. Salute.
But if I unalive someone in self-defense, you're not saying I didn't do the unaliving. You're saying it's not a crime because of a defense of justification. But again, it requires you to admit certain things, that you did it. The other applicable potential defense that I can see here is what we call in Texas heat of passion. And basically, it, again, involves you admitting to doing something, but basically saying that you were overcome by emotion, and while you're still guilty of a crime, it reduces the punishment that you could potentially receive because of this situation that just overcame you, right? And these defenses do work. Heat of passion absolutely works, but you have to have the right facts for it. So defense of others is basically the right of self-defense just applied to other people. So you're allowed to use deadly force to defend other people. You have the same right to defend someone else as you do to defend yourself if all the other things that are present that make self-defense a true defense are present in the situation. And a critical element of self-defense is that your use of the force that causes the other person to pass away needs to be immediately necessary. It's not like I can be like, oh, I heard so-and-so was gonna rob my friend, so I went over to his house and took care of him so that wouldn't happen. That's not immediately necessary. And a critical part of that is that there were other ways to prevent things. Now, if it's immediate, then it's immediate. That is super important when we're talking about self-defense.
Salute to Wendy Guyton for that 5-piece. Salute to Wendy. I appreciate you. Salute, salute.
The timing. Now, do I think this theory applies? No, not really. Because, not at all. Child wasn't at home. The child wasn't in danger of any kind of immediate act happening to them as far as this guy, Mr. Hughes, knew, as far as I've seen. And there were other means of preventing this. He could have called the police. I understand why at times vigilante justice can be appealing, Luigi Mangione, but generally speaking, we don't want to create a society where people have decided, I got to put a stop to.
Someone emailed me and said, I sent you $10 on your live. Someone says, I sent you $10 from my Cash App and never heard a word. I kept asking in the chat and was basically told that you were only acknowledging super chats until you acknowledged Cash Apps, and I spoke on it. Then I was told to get at you after the live. Really? I didn't see you Cash App me. Let me go to my Cash App. If you sent me, I shouted out everybody, I thought. But if I didn't, I apologize. Let's see. Beverly Ann sent me 10-piece. Thank you, Beverly. Gino sent me a 10-piece. Thank you, Gino. Sean Bailey, thank you for the 10-piece on Cash App. Thank you, Sean. Drea, thank you for the 5-piece. Eugenia, thank you for the 5-piece. Look, if I seen it, I would have shouted you out. If I didn't see it, it's because I was working, and I apologize. And if someone told you that I only acknowledge super chats, that's a lie. And I don't know who told you that, but if you could screenshot me and show me who told you that, I'd gladly appreciate that. But I didn't see it. Thank you for the Cash App. Salute to Sean Bailey. Thank you.
This without, finding a way that doesn't end a person's life. Just because you think something's going to happen doesn't mean you're right, which is why that timing is so important. Here we have that. You weren't at fault at bringing on the difficulty, which he went to her house.
Thank you, Natasha Holiday, for the 3-piece on Super Chat. Salute.
You believe that you were in imminent danger, or the other person was in fear of imminent danger of sustaining serious bodily injury, which arguably this kind of abuse is, or passing away. And that a reasonable person in your shoes would feel that way, and that there was no other probable means of avoiding the danger. All of these are big problems for him. Do I think this is a defense that actually legally makes him not guilty? No. But we'll talk about what the judge is doing here anyway. So the other thing I could think that applies is like this heat of passion theory. So basically what that says is that like a situation arose that, overcame you, you weren't thinking straight, and you did something that you can't do. It doesn't make it legal like self-defense. It does reduce your punishment range. It goes from homicide to voluntary manslaughter. Uncontrollable emotion, rage, terror, it does not excuse it. It does remove malice. And in order to be provoked into this, it's circumstances that would cause a reasonable person to lose self-control. Now, I understand, there's some stuff here that you could work with, but like legally, does this defense apply? No, there was other things you could do. I don't hear anything that says that he found out this information, Christina was standing there, and he just lost it and unalived her. That's not what happened. Kid wasn't there. He found the information out prior to this, and there are other circumstances surrounding this that make it pretty clear that that is absolutely not what was going on. Also, even if you find out this information, if you have sufficient time that you should be able to cool yourself down to not do this act, then it's not a legal justification.
As I left the house, I felt the most enormous wave of relief. wash over me because I knew from that moment on Aida would be safe. Aida would be safe from the sexual abuse that her.
So I didn't see the particulars of the judge's ruling, but what he just said, the judge ruled he could not say. I don't think that's a correct ruling. So realistically, why did the judge do this? He probably wanted to prevent jury nullification. He probably wanted to prevent a jury from hearing this and deciding, well, we're not going to convict somebody because actually, he did everybody a favor. It's not the judge's role to do that. So in order to, he can testify to whatever he wants. Just because you testify that it was self-defense, you just say, I was defending myself. That alone is not necessarily sufficient to get self-defense or heat of passion into the jury's charge. And arguably what Mr. Hughes is saying wouldn't realistically be sufficient to get this stuff into the jury charge because of the way he describes this, it doesn't actually meet the parameters. But in order for him to even have the opportunity to theoretically get this into the jury's charge, he still needs to be able to testify as to whatever it is. The judge could decide, I'm not going to put this in the charge, and quite frankly, that would probably be legally correct. Although, generally speaking, you only need a scintilla of evidence to get these kind of defenses into the charge, which basically means a suggestion. And you still need the right to put it on to have that determination be made. In other words, you have to be able to testify about this to even have the judge actually consider whether or not it should be in the charge. Really, I don't know what the judge is doing here. The problem is, this is a genuine appellate issue, I believe, and it would be really terrible to retry this whole case because the judge denied the defendant the right to put on testimony that I don't know why he can't. So anyway, put your thoughts down below. This is weird. I don't understand.
And ultimately, he was found guilty. And I'm going to just put my 2 cents in. He could have done something differently. He was protecting a child in his defense, but I say you got to go through proper steps. I mean, I don't think that there was a track record of you calling the police to notify them or you sent over evidence to the police. I'm not sure the police would have did anything anyway, but I'm just saying there were probably steps that you could have taken before you took someone's life the way you did in dramatic fashion. So does he deserve life in prison? I guess that's just up for debate, but I'm all for protecting the kids, but I'm just not willing to go take someone's life. You know what I'm saying? I would do everything I could to get the kid help, or I would, call the police, go out there and every day with the police, or, CPS, or do whatever I can. I'm not taking anyone's life. I just don't believe in taking people's lives. But I just think that he could have done something besides what he did. So I guess, he deserves to be in jail, but I do commend him for trying to look out for the kid. It's a very crazy case. Going down that rabbit hole is crazy. But, I mean, the case is over and he's found guilty, and the judge wouldn't even let him get up there, which I think was wrong that the judge didn't allow him to say why he did what he did. You know what I'm saying? If you're saying it was self-defense and you were just defending a child, and then you're not able to say, oh, the kid was being essayed or the kid was being this, so then how am I going to be able to defend myself if I'm not able to tell you why I defended myself? That's the crazy part about the case. The judge ruled that he cannot speak on the essay of the dogs. He cannot speak on the essay of children. So, I mean, in that case, then, I mean, not that it would have made it any more right. I'm just saying that it was kind of weird that you were not able to speak on why you did what you did. So if you're saying it was self-defense based on the fact of, not just say it was self-defense. You can't say based on, So I don't know. It's a tricky, it's dogs, plural. So dogs and children. Okay, my bad. Dogs and children. Crazy ass case, weird ass case. Does he deserve life in prison to y'all? Let me know in the chat. I don't know, man. It's a crazy rabbit hole to go down, but it's just the crazy stories that we cover over here, man. These are the type of crazy stories that we do cover over here, man. Now, Ratchet Gang, I want y'all to tell me in the chat what y'all think about all this, man. I don't know, man. Y'all tell me, did he deserve it? Did he not deserve it? Just say yes or no in the chat. Did he deserve life in prison for this? Drop a yes or drop a no. Let me know in the chat. What do y'all think? They say yes, life, no parole. I just, me personally, I don't agree with taking anyone's life. That's just my opinion. So did he deserve life for it? It's like, if there is real proof and real evidence that there was dogs and children involved, I don't think he deserves life. You deserve to go to jail because you took someone's life. But, I mean, what about the people who do the things they do to children and dogs? And those people deserve life too, if that's the case. So how are smedophiles running around the streets for fucking up kids' life for the rest of their life, and people who defend them are doing life? But the people who defend the kids, people who defend the kids are doing life, but the people who fuck up the kids' life get a slap on the wrist and get probation and shit. How is that possible? I think that if you're going to give someone life for defending a child and defend dogs, even if they did something very wrong, morally wrong, then, you should also give the person life that fucks up the child's life. All right. Well, with that being said, Ratchet Gang, I got to cut this live short because I got to go somewhere. So I got to do something. Salute to y'all in the chat, man. I got to get ready to get the hell up off here. I'll see y'all on Discord later on. But I got to cut this live short tonight. I know I usually do about 3.5, 4 hour lives, but I got to go somewhere tonight. That's why I went live early. So salute to y'all in the chat. Drop down in the comment section when I do end this live and let me know what y'all thought about this live. I'm getting ready to get the hell up off here, y'all. I love y'all. Salute to Ratchet Gang. I will catch y'all on the next show. We got boxing tomorrow. So get on the Discord server. I'll go live tomorrow and we'll do a boxing stream. Not on here. I'll go live on here before the boxing starts, but it's boxing tomorrow. I will be streaming it on Discord. So I'll come live tomorrow at some point and notify y'all of how to get over to the Discord server. So salute to everybody in the chat. Make sure you double tap the screen before I get off here and like the video. If not, just like the video when I leave. Go on my Discord server, drop down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about all these cases tonight. Naziah Harris, Shannon Harris, Jarvis Butts. Let me know what y'all thought about Kelly Marie Bryant. Let me know what y'all thought about Zachary Hughes. Let me know in the chat. Drop down and let me know. I got to get ready to get the hell up off here, y'all. Y'all be safe. This is your boy Big Ratchet. That's Ratchet Gang. And this is Ratchet TV. I'm out, gang. Tone.